Hello, welcome to my bookshelves. My bookshelves that are chaotic and I don't like them. There are books on it that I don't like anymore and I don't want them anymore. So what does this mean for this video? Unhaul! Oh, okay. I don't want to do this, but I have the motivation today. I have a little bit of time because I don't want to read at the moment. So let's unhaul some shit on my bookshelf that I don't want anymore. And I'm scared. I'm scared because it's a lot. I'll show you. I hope you can see this now, right? So these books here, these are my boyfriend's books, so I will not touch them. But maybe I will sort them a little bit that they are cuter. But the rest is all mine and I don't like them anymore. So my plan for today is that I will go with you through each row and declutter every book, and I tell you why I don't want it anymore. So grab a tea, grab a blanket, grab a book, whatever you want. Read with me while I'm doing this and let's start the shit, because why not? So I'm on the top shelf now. This is romance, as you can see, because it's mostly like pink. That's why you notice this is a romance. And let's go to each row. The first three books that I really want to get rid of are the, how does it call in English? What is the translation to it? The first book, One Night Promised. This is the One Night series by Jodi and Malpass. And I hated these. I thought these were worse than the After series. And I will get rid of the After series forever. So I will get rid of them. I don't know why I still have them. I have one Colleen Hoover book here. I didn't know that I have so many Colleen Hoover books. I thought with It Ends With Us, this was the first Colleen Hoover book that I ever read. It turns out I read shit from her before. So this is too late. I don't know if... And I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Yeah, this is about Asa, and she was in a relationship with a drug dealer. Not only a drug dealer, the drug boss of her whole thing. And this book was kind of not my type, and I just thought maybe I should keep this ankle is really uncomfortable for my looking, but I thought maybe I should keep the Colleen Hoover book so I can have a Colleen Hoover book stack, but no, I don't want it. Then we have here from Kelly Oram, V is for Virgin and A is for Abstinence, and this was about a girl who didn't want to have sex before marriage, and I thought V is for Virgin, this was so funny, but then I read A is for Abstinence and no, this was not my type anymore. And I think I don't want to reread them, so I will get rid of that. Little Lies by Abby Glines. This is called also Little Lies. The Vincent Brothers Extended and Uncut. Okay, this is a book of a series. I always forget it. I reread this over and over and over again because every time I reread this, I forgot that I already read this. So I get rid of that. Then, this is already a really good unhauling here. This is the series Thoughtless by S.C. Stephens. Then the second one is Effortless, and the third book is Careless. And you see the bookmark in it? This is where I stopped reading it. So I got rid of that book series. It was not good. Sugar and Spice. Sugar and Spice. First of all, I hated the book. How this looked. I never finished the book. This is my check. I read so much and then DNF'd this. So I will also get rid of that because I never even finished this. Kiss Me Once by Stella Tech. I don't like bodyguards, like witch girl relationships. I don't care for that. So These are the books from Jennifer Armentrout. This is the her the romance books that she wrote as Jaylin. Wait for You, Be With Me. And I will keep them. They were cute and I remember rereading them a lot of times. So I will keep them just for the sake that it's Jennifer Armentrout and I like her. So yeah, I expect that. Also Colinovo books. This is, I remember that I liked them a lot when I was a teenager. I remember that because my mother bought me them because I thought they were so good. The first one is Slammed, and I don't know how the other one's called, but I will not show this to you. And this is a teacher-student relationship, like an adult teacher at a high school with a minor. I will get rid of that. And then by Bianca Iossovini, how does, I don't know. Flying High, Falling Fast. This is a duology that not needed to be a duology. I didn't like that, so I get rid of that. That was great. Like, I keep just 5 books from that row. It's amazing. And here on the top is Sniffler, the really big one, like you see. So let's go to the shelf like underneath. I can go down a little bit. First of all, just go away. The Wrist by Al Kennedy, I get rid of that. I didn't like it. I just don't want to ever read again something from Al Kennedy. Like, no. Crossfire by Sylvia Day. I like them. I also recommend them in my best romance books, so I will keep them. I remember rereading them a lot, but I will put them up there so we have space. Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. This is my guilty pleasure, so I will keep them because I think they're so funny. You also the perspective out of Christian side. I also love them. They were so interesting, more interesting than the original 50 Shades of Grey series. And I'm so sad that Stephanie Meyer will complete the POV of the perspective of Edward for the rest of the series. And why do I talk about this while we're talking about 50 Shades of Grey? Because 50 Shades of Grey was inspired by Twilight. So keep that in mind while reading this. I know I'm a lot bigger, but I need to write books. Dublin Street, book series by Samantha Young. I also love these. I will keep them. I reread them also a lot. The Jenny Han books, like The Summer I Turned Pretty. I don't know. The whole story was also fucked up. Like, she was in love with the 2 guys, but I don't know. I was not a fan of that much. So I will get rid of it. This turned into a TV series or book movie, I don't know. But I will get rid of that. It Ends With Us. I don't know if I want to keep that. I put it on the maybe pile. A Secret Sins. Oh, this was also the author of the Royal series. I will get rid of that. I can't remember that book. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren also can go. I didn't like it. This was so stupid. Casey McQuiston, obviously I will keep them because they're my favorites. So yeah, this was the first 2 rows. I think you already unhauled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 books. This is great. The next row was all my Cassandra Clare books. I will keep them all. Because I generally like them, I will probably get rid of the original Shadowhunter Chronicles because I didn't like them. But I will keep that. Because first of all, To get this book, this was pain in the ass. This shit was so expensive. I will keep that. So let's get to the other row, which is here. So I got for Christmas, like I said, maybe, I don't know if I said it, I got the English editions of the Red Queen series for my boyfriend, and I like them so much more than the German editions, so I will probably get rid of them, because maybe there are people out there who like this more than I do. Not more than I do, I like this series, so this is why I'm happy that I have the things for it, but this is some... I put this on a maybe stack. Maybe I will read them again, and I want to read them in English. I don't know. I keep so many copies of other books in German and English. Why not with this? I put this on a maybe. The romance novels here. The Love Hepatitis. The Love Hepatitis. You know which book. I will keep that, of course. I will put this book only here up for the romance novels. Also with that, obviously I will keep them. I just love them. And this is the German edition of Beach Read. I will also keep that because it's cute, and I got this for Secret Santa. And obviously I like the book. I got this book 4.5 stars. I will definitely maybe reread it. The Way of Kings, I will obviously keep that. I just love it. I don't know with these books. Serpent and Dove and Blood and Honey. I didn't read so far the last one, the Gods and Monsters, so I think I will keep them. But I don't know. I think covers are cool. I put this on the maybe stack. Like I said, I will keep that. I will also keep the Samantha Shannon, Prairie of the Orange Tree. This is the German edition, so this is split into two, and this is the other half. It's blue, it's gorgeous, so I will keep that. I like the blue cover more than the yellow one, but yeah. Maybe put it like that. I will also keep the David trilogy. I don't have the that book because I listened to this as an audiobook, but I will keep that. So now let's move down. I stand on that for the top shelves because I'm small. So what do we have here? We have here a mixture of everything. So let's start from here. Yolk. I don't know. I got it on a run like 2 days ago. My legs hurt. Okay, so I need to sit down. Yolk, I just give this 3 stars. I don't know, but maybe I should keep this for like contemporary stuff. To maybe make some videos about this, but I don't know. Maybe. This is a maybe stack. Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. First of all, I got this as a present for my birthday from Jenny. I think it was from Jenny. Yeah. And for the promise on the synopsis, I didn't like the book, but for that what I read, I like it. Like, I didn't need the love relationship in this book because it was kind of trash, but the rest of it was kind of cute, so maybe stack. I get rid of what if it is us. First of all, if I want to read Harry Potter, I will read Harry Potter, and if I want to watch Hamilton, I watch Hamilton. I don't need this book for that. Then Concrete Rose, of course I will keep that. They Both Die at the End, I will keep. People Meet on Occasion, I will keep. Heartstopper, of course I will keep. Rarity, I will keep. Final Girls, I will keep. White Smoke also will keep. No Exit Can Go. Didn't like that much that I need to keep it. The Last Time I Lied, I will also keep that. Queenie by Candace Cody Williams, also I didn't enjoy it that much, but maybe the maybe stack. My lesbian experience with loneliness. I will get rid of that. This was kind of interesting. Can this please hold? Thank you. Swimming Lessons by Lily Reinhardt. I actually enjoyed the poems of her, so I will keep that. The poetry book of Ruby Cole. I don't know. This book, The Sun and Her Flowers. I don't know. Let's put it on the maybe stack. The poems of Halsey I will keep. They were so fucked up. I love them. Oh, now let's get to the feminist books. This is a German book from Katja Lewina, a Siad book. I get rid of that because I don't like that she try to make me guilty for shaving my legs. Because as a woman you can do whatever you want. I will keep The Soul of a Woman, of course, I like that. I will also keep the book from Margarete Stokowski, Untenrum Frei. Is this translated? I don't know. But this is the perfect example of a raging feminist, and I like that. So we keep that. I didn't even finish the book. I like him. This is like a memoir of this person, Riccardo Simonetti. This is a German influencer, and I like him so much. He's so funny, and I love everything that he does. But I didn't read his book, but maybe should I? I mean, he's so gorgeous. Okay, you know what? I keep that and maybe read it. Also book of an influencer. This was a time where I didn't use bookmarks. Just post-its as a bookmark. And I also didn't finish this one. But maybe this is signed. I liked her really much. I don't like the content that she now produced because I don't like to watch The Bachelor and stuff like that. But maybe I should also read this because it's just a book about to don't give a fuck. And I need this personality right now. I will keep this. I also didn't finish this, but the part that I didn't finish was about having babies. I don't want to have a baby at the moment, and it's about endometriosis. I don't know how to call it in English, the pronunciation for that, but it's about periods and have difficult periods. So I will keep that because I can relate. And this is a book where it explained that how the woman genitals work and how the hormones works and stuff like that. You know, I know the stuff, but maybe I can give this to my cousin. So I will get rid of that, but for good use. Maybe my aunt wants that for her child. The last row. I will sort that in a minute, okay? Just ignore that. Okay, the first of the Bible. I will keep that. This is a Christian household. Then I have a really old book of Sherlock Holmes. Like, really old. And it's the volume 1. And this was printed in 95. I will keep that because it's old. I will get rid of For Dead Queens by Astrid Schulte because I didn't like that. Or I like that, but I don't need to keep that. Maybe I should sort my... Oh, this was the shit. When I was a teenager, this book was the shit. First of all, this is really old. This was published first 2010 and Wish You Were Dead, like it says the title, by Todd Strasser, and this was great. I loved that. But I will also get rid of that because I will definitely not reread that, and it's broken. I will get rid of that. It's just fell apart. Alexei Perov. Isn't this the man who wrote The Witcher? I don't want to read that. But maybe my boyfriend wants to read that. I will give this to him. Kill All Enemies by Melvin Borges. No, I don't want to have that. Vampire thriller. You know what? I keep that. I will read that. This is my favorite book series of all time. Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. This book looks so disgusting. Like, I reread this thousands of times and I loved it. And I mean, you see that I reread this a lot. Also, the second book. Oh my god, I will keep that. This was funny. Then we have this series by Lisa McMahon, Wake, Dream, Sleep. I reread Dreams so often. I noticed that this was the book that I reread so much. I always borrowed this at my library and reread it and reread it, and I didn't know that this was a trilogy, and the trilogy was really fucked up. I like that. I will keep that just for memories. The Song of Achilles, I will get rid of that. I didn't like it that much. I'm just not the type for the book. And I think there are few people out there who will like this more than me. And it's okay. The first half of the Game of Thrones first book, I will keep that because I want to reread this. I already read this one. Here a series that I started as a teenager, never finished, by Sophie Jordan. This is the first one, Firelight. Is this translated? Yeah, Firelight. Maybe I keep them and finish them because I find I think the first book was so funny. I keep that. Here, One True Queen by Jennifer Bankow. Is this a German book? Is this only a German book? Yeah, this is a German book. I read it, and when I tell you that my friend, one of my best friends, wrote a book that was similar to this one and was allowed to publish it. So I never finished the series because I want to support my friend and not this person. I will not read them further. Then here are books that I read as a recommendation of from a colleague. I like this story, but the second book doesn't go on with. Maybe I keep that just to support a small author. Yeah, let's keep that. Maybe I will read next series. Do I have still time to talk about these three? So these three. Katie's book. I reread this often because the style of the book was so funny, because this is like the girl who writes it. She writes this as a notebook, like not as a real story, but sometimes there's also real story behind the text, like actual text. and you have like these cool illustrations in it. And here on the back you have like this stuff with stuff she used in the book that she found, like notes or menus, and I really liked it. But I never finished the series. Also, maybe I should read that because I think that's so funny. Here in the second one, they not have this anymore in it. They printed the stuff that she found, like the letters. And then this is the last one. Okay, I never opened it before. There's a ring in it! Like, actually for Katie's ring. Okay, keep that. Because I think this is so funny. Then on the bottom there are my medicine books for nursing school. And I think I will get rid of a lot of them because I don't need them anymore. And I will sell them to people who need the books for nursing school. On this top shelf is my Librador shelf. I have the trilogy from Alina. I have them, but I borrowed them from a friend 2 years ago and she never bring them back. So I will need to text her that I would want the fucking books back. And they will fit perfectly in here. So let's get rid of these two. Not get rid of it, but let's move them where they belong. So, Kingdom of the Wicked. I didn't like it, but I think the cover is stunning. So I put this on the maybe pile. And I will keep this just for the cover. I put this on the maybe pile, so yeah. Then the paperback edition of House of Earth and Blood. I will keep that just to collect the books. Also, I will keep all the English editions of Throne of Glass. I also have the collector's special edition of the first book. This was just random. I thought I bought the original one, but no, I didn't. But it's okay. I love it. It's gorgeous. Then this is A Court of Silver Flames, the German version. Also here, let's move this back here. A Court of Silver Flames. My biggest flag is that for collecting stuff, I have the old covers of it and not the new ones. So I don't know, I like these flags, so I will keep them. And yeah. And this one, I don't know, I need to rearrange this, but it's just the Unhaul video. This is my Mona Kasten shelf. I just love the author. And I think about maybe get rid of the Save Me, You, Us series. But also, I don't know, I just want to support the author. I support her since her first self-published books was out. She was a YouTuber before and I loved it. I didn't have the third one as a paperback, I just have this as a Kindle version, sadly, but yeah. And maybe I'll just keep them for, you know, I will definitely never reread these three again. But also, I will keep that for the moment. I can also already get rid of so many books. I can keep them. So, here's the interesting part. Laura Kneidl is an author that maybe you heard me talking about this the last 3 months for the German fantasy series. So maybe these two. I will keep it just to be supportive. I also got here a signed edition. Like, this is how much I like her, that I get like this stuff from her. Normal people can go. Paola Santiago in the River of Tears can also go because I DNF'd it. Not because it's bad, I'm just not the type of middle grade books. That's okay. Jack Christoph's Nevernight also can go. Sex and Many by Kevin Kwan can go. I didn't like it. The Poppy Rod trilogy can go. I'm sorry. I keep the Midnight Chronicles because this is also a German fantasy series, but I like them and soon there will be the next books out. I will get rid of PC Cast and Christian Cast Space Trouble because I DNF'd it. Not because it's bad, but also I'm too old for this. In my opinion, I'm too old for this. The Chase, same thing like with The Risk. I don't like L. Kennedy. Then we have Nevernight, the second book, because I bought them used, so I thought let's buy both two books together. I will obviously get rid of that because I didn't even like the first one, so why should I want to keep the other one? Palace of Glass by C.A. Bernard. I just didn't enjoy it that much. I don't want to continue the series, so I get rid of that. The Bone Season, this is a book I will get rid of because the book series was never translated more than that. Just the first and the second one. But maybe I should keep this because the Primary of the Orange she was really so sexual, so maybe to translate the other ones too. This is the maybe pile because maybe I want to read more in it. Okay, this is a fucking long ass title. Okay, do you see me? I need to sit down because my legs hurt. That book called The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. This book, I thought this was the romance shit that I ever read and I liked it, so maybe I should keep that. I put this also in a maybe pile, just for nostalgia. This one, I don't know this book, this can go. This is the German version of Anna and the French Kiss. Like, do you see the croissants on it? I liked it. This is not good. It's not good filming stuff. I liked it, but not that much. Maybe pie. This shit got popular again, so maybe I should read this again. John Green's Turtles All the Way Down book. Like, this is also a signed edition. I keep it. This one. Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I never read this. Don't ask me why this isn't on my physical TBR shelf. I'm not interested in it, so I get rid of it. Love Rosie by Cecilia Ahern. Okay, this was the shit. I read this so many times and I cried so much. I will keep this for nostalgia. So that we can stay on the bottom because why not? Let's start here on the bottom, on the really bottom. We have here the trilogy by Josefini Angelini. Oh, this was also the shit when I first read them. Star-Crossed. And then the rest of the series. I like them so much, like really much. I reread them so often. This is a maybe pile, like for maybe recommendations for my family friends. I will get rid of the Jewel series by Amy Ebbing because the end was so disappointing that I don't need this anymore. Hunger Games. This is pure nostalgia. I will keep them, of course. But the question is, do I want to keep this one? I also tapped that. I keep that for to make the series complete, you know. Then I have the Divergent series. I love them so much. I also have the 4 story pot. I just like it, so I keep it. Maybe pie. The Heartless series, but also not the Heartless series, is Bring Me Their Souls, Bring Me Their Hearts series by Sarah Wolf. I will keep them because I have the 3rd book on my pile, and after that I will decide if I want to keep the series, if I like them very much. So then I have here Nostalgia. This is like when I was in London. Das glaube ich yeah, the tickets of the Tower of London in it, and maybe I should put this in my memory basket. I also have Paris here, when I was in Paris, and I have Portugal, because I wanted to make a road trip to Portugal, but then COVID hits. So that never happened. So, but I still keep it for the future. But this goes to a different place. Am I the only one who wants to like get this little like the insider tips or like travel books about the country or the city they're in, to have just memories of it? Because I want to. Let's move up here. We have the Lady Smoke, Ash Princess, Amber Queen series by Laura Sebastian. This is not the first one. This is the first one. The covers are stunning. The story was okay. I will get rid of that. Or do I want to keep them? I don't know. This is hard. This is now really hard. Like, I put this on a maybe pile. Then, this is also a series by Josefini Angelini. This is Everflame. I don't know. Is this the real title of the series? Trial by Fire. This is the first. Why has Germany the need to translate the English title to a different English title? But they changed. Yeah, I was when this was the first book, and this is the title of the first book, and they changed after the first book the covers, and they're so ugly. And yeah, this is like they changed it after the first one. I don't understand why, but I will keep them because I like them so much. I reread them a lot of times, and maybe I reread them again when I have time. Then the selection, like this was the shit. This was disgusting. What happened to that? Is this chocolate? I like them so much. I wrote fan fictions about the selection, so just for you to know, I like them that much that I wrote fan fictions about it. I thought they were so funny for what they are back in 2013 or 12 when they was published. But maybe I keep the original series, but I get rid of the daughter's perspective because this was kind of trash. But the rest I keep for memories. Then we have here the a series by C.C. Hunter, Awake at Dawn. I just have the second one. Shadowfall's Canvas series. I don't know if the series is the same, but I thought there was some. The sticker of it says the best series of the world. I would say no. I don't know if I want to keep them. I put it on a maybe pile for maybe I want to reread them. Let's get to my Jennifer Estep book row. I will keep the how's this called again, the series? Excuse me. Mythos Academy. I'll just say it like that, by Jennifer Estep. And I will keep that because I love them also so much, and I also write fan fictions about it. I know. But maybe let's finally put them on the right side. That people are not triggered by this, that I didn't have them in the correct side when filming my videos. It's kind of surprising to me. But I'm happy that no one noticed this in a year of filming, almost, that I have them on the wrong side. This is the spin-off to that series. I will keep them because I thought they were funny. I will also keep that series. This is also a series I need to finish. This is the Elemental Assassin series by her. And I'm currently on book 7. There are 18 books out there. And I have not the motivation yet to finish the series. Then we have the Kill the Queen series by her. Yeah, it's called Kill the Queen, Protect the Prince. And the last book is currently by a co-worker and a friend of mine, because she wanted to read them. And maybe when she brings them back to me, I will get rid of them, because I didn't enjoy them that much like I did with the other series from her. And I will keep the Big Time series from her. That was so funny. I don't know where the first book is. I think also my colleague has them. Throne of Glass, German editions, will keep them. I love them. My German edition of Person City, I also keep this because this is a special edition with the sprayed edges. Maybe one day when I need money, I will sell this. Then what I have here is A Dog in Hollow Star. This, I don't know. I will keep it because the second book will be out this year, and I think I want to know how the story goes on. But I also have the audiobook version of it. So maybe pie. Maybe pie. A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett St. Clair. I thought this book was okay. I will put this on my romance stack. I will keep that. Sometimes you need to be a little bit, I have the novel here. It's so cute. I will keep that. You're so cute. Okay. Let's move it here. I was a big fan of Twilight, and this is a book about facts and background information to the Twilight books, but this is not authorized by Stephenie Meyer herself. So this was just a random book someone wrote about him. But maybe this is just so stupid. I get rid of that. I have the English editions of Twilight here with these covers, and I will keep them. I just have it till Eclipse because I think they changed the covers. I found them in like this book trade thing. I brought books in and I found them and I bring them at home. So I will not, after Midnight Sun now, I will not buy anything from her anymore, from Stephenie Meyer. But I will keep that because it's funny. Then I also have like the German editions of it. First here, first one. I don't know what I annotated in that. Then I have, of course, the second book, New Moon, and then hardcover versions of like Eclipse and Breaking On. Then I have Midnight Sun, and I actually enjoyed Midnight Sun. I was a fan of that. So I will keep that. And also I like the cover of it for a bit of pumpkin in it. I just think it's cute. What I also have here is the official guide of Stephenie Meyer about Twilight. This is no longer available, at least really to purchase. It's just for hand use, and I found it, and this has all the information you can imagine, even like the portraits that she has on like the Cullens, and I will keep that. So yeah. Then on the top shelves we have here my Jennifer Armentrout shelf. I will keep, I'm so out of breath, I'm sorry, but this is really difficult here right now. So this I will keep obviously the For Blood and Ash series. I get rid of the Wicked series because I didn't like it. I like it till the last book, Brave. And the last one, it was so shitty the end. I don't like it, so I will get rid of it. So I have space. I will keep the Obsidian Deluxe series. Also, I loved them as a teenager. Then this is the Origin series. This is a spin-off to the Lux series. This is a random book also about the Lux series, but out of the perspective of the enemy of the Lux. I will keep that because it was funny to read. And yeah, obviously I will keep Rage and Ruin and Dark Elements because I like them very much. Here on the top shelves are my Harry Potter books. I will also keep them because I like them, but I will obviously not buying any more from her, and I put them up here for everyone that nobody can see them directly in my videos. But I still like them, and also I have like ones. Of course I have. I bought them used last year of someone, so I don't have like the bad feeling about it. But this was so funny. Which one is this? Oh, Snape's wand. Ah, I just love it. Like, it's gorgeous. And I'm so sad that it's just laying in here, but also, what do I need to do this with this? But they were so cheap, I think I bought them both. Both ones. I also got a second one. Like, this one is Snape's. And I also have, let's move here. I also have behind this thing, I have two other ones, and I bought the elder one too from her. And I think she wanted for both ones only 20 euros, which is cheap. Like, I think one costs 40 euros, so great buy. Oh no! What the fuck? This plant is like kind of sad. Let's move it here. I also have this one I bought. Really? Hermione's. I also, did I mention that I also write Harry Potter fan fiction? Who guessed that? But you don't want to know which pairings I write, because this is kind of disgusting. I still love the pairing, but I will not drop that information, like, at all. So, on this shelf, so we have here vampire books. This is just, I thought my bookshelves of a genre, but I obviously read more fantasy than everything else, so I put them into authors, and then we have vampires here. So, but the first two ones are not like vampires. Where Dreams Descend, I think I put this on the maybe pile because I actually quite enjoy it, but I don't know if I enjoy this that much to read the second book of the series. But I will keep that, and I think about it if I want to finish this, and if I say no, I will get rid of it. So I put this on the maybe pile. Then we have here the, how does this book series called again? Three Dark Crowns. This is a hate-loving relationship between them, because I really want to know how the book series ends, but I didn't enjoy the book series that much. So I put this on the maybe pile, but I also put this on my new book journal to know which one I want to, book series I need to finish. So I will keep this in mind. Outlander, I will keep them, but I will get rid of the edition of it, because this is an edition from 1989, and this has 300 pages less than the actual version of it, the new version. So I will keep, obviously, to also have the series complete, just that series, and I will get rid of that book. We have here Deadly Ever After by Jennifer Unhaul. I liked that book. I think I want to keep it. I put it in the mail pile. Dark Heroine by Abby Glines. This is a book that I thought it was I think when I read it, I liked it very much. Then I realized this is a series, and this is a series that would never completed, so I will get rid of it. But I put this in the mail pile and I check, maybe when my battery loads, I will check if this is really a series that she will never continue, because the last time I checked, there was no information of the next book. Then we have here the Carpenter series by Christine Fehan. I will keep them because they are my guilty pleasure. Yeah, there are also lots of books in this series. I think also like 25, 30, 35, like this around. Then we have here the Shadow Me series by Tari Mafi. I don't know. I will put these on my maybe pile. This one can go. I can't remember that book. Then we have the Vampire Academy books. I will keep them just of for nostalgia. I still need to reread the last 2 books of the series. I still trying to do that. Then we have here also a book that looks really rough, and I scribbled in this book like hell. How was the Goddess by Mistake? I liked actually the book. It was kinda, I love this book so much that I put a write thank you letter on the back of it. This is kinda embarrassing. I put this on the maybe pile. The House of Night series. Oh, I don't know. I also love them so much, but also, do I really want to reread them? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I get definitely rid of the English book of this. I write my name in it. I'm not stupid. I say I'm stupid because I write my name in it and I have a like stample with my name on it, but I don't know. Now it's getting hot. How does it call again? Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantastic. I love the books so much, and I think I will keep them. So I have here classics, like Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, my tiny edition of Emma. I will not see me. Maybe I should go down. Hi. Dracula by Bram Stoker. I don't know why this cover design is so fucking ugly. Pride and Prejudice special edition with the letters, the handwritten letters in it. It's so stunning, but I couldn't read it because I can't read Old English. I just can't. Mansfield Park, Pride and Prejudice, the German edition, I can actually read. I will keep them, at least my Jane Austen books. And then the first book of Little Woman. This was kind of cute. Maybe I keep this for to prove that I read classics. I will also keep maybe them. I didn't read them yet, but I will not put this on my TBR part because I think you really need to be in the mood for classics. Yeah. Nora Roberts books. I enjoyed all of them, but I would definitely not reread them. So I will get rid of all of them. Yeah, I will get rid of them. This is all my historical romance books here. I will keep them. This is my guilty pleasure. I like them. I didn't touch them in quite a while, but I will definitely reread them if I have the time and need for it. Let's move down here. The Riley books. These are the spin-offs to the Evermore series by Alison Noel. I get rid of them. They were kind of cute, but also no, I'm not in that mood again. Marie book is called Night School by Marie Mancusi. I will get rid of that. Good Girls by Laura Ruby. I get rid of that. This is kind of style of the film with not Emma Watson. The film with Emma Stone. I don't know what it's called again. And this is a book that I read in school. And this is about pregnancy. And this is called But What Next by Lucy Hay. I will get rid of that. Oh, this is a kind of book series that everyone is a fan of that. At the House of the Magician by Mary Hooper. I would get rid of that. Then we have I would keep my Connie books because they're just nostalgia. This is like a German book series about a girl with blonde hair. Like, this is all, she discovers so many things and it's just a lovely story. Hollyburn, this is not a love story. I didn't like that. I will get rid of that. Oh, this one. I don't know if this one is translated, but this is a German book. It's called Splitterherz by Bettina Belitz. I know everyone was a fan back then when the book was first published. But oh, come on, can you please shut up and stand still? I will get rid of that. I will also get rid of these books. They were my first thrillers that I ever read by Das Tal by Christina Kuhn. Is this a translated book? No, this is a kid's thriller and I like that. This scared the shit out of me and this was also fucked up. And yeah, this was my first and last experience as a teenager with thrillers. Then we have here books that are also funny. I think this is... Didn't I have a book from her before? Sloppy First. And I just love the books. I put this on the maybe pile, so maybe I will keep them just for memory. And the last one here on this list is from Brody Ashton. Evermeet. I never read it. I don't know if I want to. So, I forgot my December reads. Let's grab my December reads and I will talk about them if I want to keep them, because I never talked about them in a December wrap up, so I will do this here. So, hi. Every time I finish a book, I don't put this back on my bookshelf. I lay them here on the top of my TBR shelf with my dying plants and my puzzles that I can do. And I lay them there so I can grab them for my wrap-ups to read about them. But I didn't make a December wrap-up, so this was kind of unnecessary. So let's talk like that about the books if I want to keep them. So, Winter Shopping by Tessa Bailey. I will keep that just for the fun of it. It was kind of cute, but really short, and it was kind of too quick for me, but it's okay. Keep that. Splendor by Brenda Joyce. I will get rid of it. It was okay, but I will not keep this on my book stacks. Then this is the third book of the Vampire Academy. I will keep that. Is there a book? Yes. My feminist book. I will also keep that. Britt Barnett's The Vanishing Half. I will keep that. I put a review on Instagram if you want to see that. Then The Starless Sea by Emma Mongston. I didn't like it. I think I'm not the kind of person for that, but I think I will keep it for now. I don't know why, but I will keep it. Girls of Glory, obviously I keep it because I love that, but I will need to sort this in. So yeah. So now I will load a little bit my battery, and then I go over it in this moment to decide if I want to keep my maybes. Okay, we are in the final round of my maybe stack, if I want to keep that. So it's still a maybe, I don't know. Maybe I want to I will read the second book of the series. I have this as an audiobook. I will see after that, maybe I get rid of it after that. Also, this is tapped a lot and I don't know how to sell this. So, and then the French Kiss, I will get rid of that because a few people on TikTok like this suddenly again. I don't need to keep this. Also, this gives me major Emily in Paris vibes, like the whole storyline is almost the same just for the fact that it's about teenagers. So I will get rid of that. I will keep that. So yeah, we will see. I just keep that for now. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, I will get rid of that if they ever published their like the next book, the next two books or stuff like that in German. I will buy them again, maybe if I want to read them. So also I feel almost confident now to read something like that in English, so we will see, but I get rid of that. Then Queenie, I will get rid of that. There's, I think, a few people out there that want to read that, and it was okay, but it was just not a book for me. I will keep Honey Girl just for memory keeping because this was my first gift ever for my Amazon wishlist, and this is sweet and I love that. Then York, this is also gifted to me, yeah, by Laura. This was a body read with Laura, so I will keep this as a memory. Then, I don't know, do I want to keep, oh, I didn't put up my lightning ring, it's standing there. Don't worry, is it bright enough? I will hope. The party, I didn't like that. I didn't like the party in it. They were just not my type. I will keep the Sherry Maroon Seven and Duff series for now because I will read the last book of the series, and if I still don't like it, I will get rid of it. But for now I will keep it, and then I will maybe sell the whole series at once. Let's move on here. The Shadow Me series. I will keep that for now. I will get rid of that. I will never read it again. I really like that, and I will keep that. This is the Jennifer Arndor Deadly Ever After. Sexy crime. I like the book, so I keep that. Then this series. I can't say goodbye. I will get rid of it. It's okay. No, I keep it. I keep it. I get rid of so many books, I can keep that. You know what? I get rid of the Three Dark Crowns series. I will read like Wikia article about the last book and see how the story goes out, but no, just no. This series here, like the Shadow Falls Camp, I liked them really much as a teenager, but I will definitely never read them again. I have not much memory about this, so for that I just don't skip. I'm not attached to this personally, so I will get rid of it. This is a good answer. Oh yeah, I forgot to look this up. Wait. There's a second book, Autumn Rose. This was published. Why do I check in that I read that? Is this the second book of a series? Did I read the second one? No, I read the first one. Why did I put this on read? Yeah, I need to go over all the books and put them into my Goodreads account, that I will count them that I read them. For the books that I definitely read. Yeah, the third one is Untitled and was published in 2021. This is not true. They're waiting for this for 6 years. Okay, get rid of it. I'm not waiting for this. I will keep this for now. I will keep this for now. I will get rid of that. I will keep them. I will also keep them. And I will also keep my Red Queen series in German. I will keep that. This was all. Oh my god. So now I take a break and I will count the books that I got rid of. And I will check with you. Okay? I just counted them all. I got rid of 101 books. Like, wait. Look at this stack. Isn't this sick? This are always 10 book stacks, but at this one with a red book on it, this is 11 books because, oh my god, I think it's okay for me to keep some books that are maybe I have emotional attached to it. But yeah, this is insane of how many I get rid. And maybe I will go over my medicine books here. I will go over in private because this is not really interesting. But this is insane. This is sick. I think my plan is for the next time to get rid of more books. From time to time, if I don't like them, I will immediately get rid of them. So also for the video, to keep them, to maybe put out my worst book thing, I just didn't need to keep them. I also can put the pictures in the video. But yeah, I end the video here now because it's already so long and I need to edit it. My battery is dying. I'm starving, so it's okay to end this here now. I really hope you enjoy my unhaul, and I really hope you maybe give this video a thumb up if you like it, and then you can follow my channel to don't miss any video. And the next I try to obviously organize my bookshelves, so because this is not something you can left it, so you can stay tuned for that. And then I will see you in my next video. Bye. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh no. Oh, this hurt. This hurt a lot. Oh.